Nontuthuko, over the years, right, we've seen an increasing amount of people, particularly Black people, start running, right? And it's gone to the point where it's really a movement. And I would like you to just take us back in time because you said your mom has always been an active person. And I cannot imagine what it must have been like being, an active person in 1980, 90, because times are entirely different in South Africa during that time. And
Yeah.
I don't know, perhaps there's something your mom might have shared with you. So the evolving of running, essentially.
Well, my mom was always active. Like I said, at school, she played basketball. And then when she had kids, she started being obviously gaining weight and stuff. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, she went back to her exercising regime. So there were times where she also walk from work coming back home because it wasn't that far a distance. But she'll choose to not take public transport, but walk from the hospital to home. Sometimes walk from home to the hospital. Okay. So you'll find that that started becoming something normal to her. Then there were races. I remember we started going to do races, 5K, family fun day things once a month. And she'll take us with and enter for us. And I remember we used to get these beautiful medals. And that's how we were introduced into um, sports or running. And then they entered races with my dad, where my dad will be walking, or they'll be power walking or they jog, probably your 10Ks and your 15Ks, 21Ks in Maritzburg. But at that time, it was very odd to have or to see Black people in that running space. So there
Mhm.
were token Black people who would be involved or take part in running.
Mhm.
And I remember the times when my mom would tell me that, people used to look at us weird, like, what are you doing? Why are you running? Like, oh, I saw Mr. and Miss Mashima Nebe Gijima. Man, like, who does that? And then when she looks at the movement now, she's always incredibly proud that with the running and with the being fit and healthy, people of color have come far.
Yeah.
And it's encouraging to see that even after a good 20, 15 years, um,
Of the
the difference is large, which means there is that need, or people see the need of keeping fit and healthy. And it's not only something that's just for a particular race.
yeah.
It's something that each and every person can take part in and be involved in. So there has been quite an evol- being the whole movement has evolved from it was just for a particular type of people, and some people didn't understand or didn't see the need of
Mhm.
you know exercising and running, and now a majority of people love running. They take part in running, from people who are running the park runs, 5Ks, walking the dog, and now to a lot of people entering big sporting events like your 100 milers,
Mhm.
in trail running, to your comrades
Mhm.
marathons. So the movement has really changed, and it's a good thing. So on her side, she's seen in front of her eyes things drastically changing. Even me now starting to run, to her
Yeah.
it was like, okay, hold up, you run now? Because I used to hate running, to be honest. People think I was born a runner. No, I wasn't. um the bug bit me somewhere, somehow, especially because my brother was such an inspiration to me.
Mhm.
But then when I started running, I think that's when I knew that this is part of my passions, because I enjoyed it. Sometimes you can think you don't like something, but it's because you haven't tried it. And once you
Yeah.
try, then when you're like, I feel home when I'm here. I feel home when I'm doing this.
You even ask yourself, what was I waiting for?
Or
Yeah, I didn't know
what was
that.
my life like? You ask yourself, what was my life like before I started running?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, for me, you and your mom really have been an inspiration because I love the pictures the two of you take. You know, I saw, I think it was your run in Berlin, in
Yeah,
Germany, where you were
yes,
together. Beautiful picture and such great ambassadors for the country as well. You guys are always bright and colorful. One can spot you anywhere in
uh,
so, and also those magical smiles that both of you have. I think for me, it's just so beautiful to see how a relationship can evolve between mother and child. Oh,
yeah,
in that sense, when you said, you go from being a child to being your mom's friend, and I've
yeah,
experienced that, and it's really wonderful, actually.
yeah, yeah,
Awesome. And you get to discover that when you travel with each other and you see what works for her, what works for you, and how you
yeah,
guys adjust as well to each other. And then when you
yeah,
were talking about the local movement and how much it's grown, I also think it's been such a wonderful way to get people to actually see the country. Because
yes,
if you qualify for the Comrades Marathon, and you can tell us more about this, there's certain races you need to do. There's certain amounts
yeah,
that one needs to qualify for. Can you tell us
yeah.
what those?
Well, when you've decided that you want to run the Comrades Marathon, you filled in the form and send it in, and you have your entry. And what needs to happen now is that you need to qualify. So you need to run a marathon, which is a 42K, 42.2 kilometer within a specific time. So those runs or those races are all over the country. So you get to choose which one you want to qualify with. And that is the fun part of it, is that you can just sit in Maritzburg and think, I want to go and qualify in Joburg. I want to go and qualify in Limpopo. I want to go and qualify in Cape Town. And then that's when the travel bit comes in, because you find that, I mean, I know, Michelle, I never knew there was a place called Secunda, ever. Up until I went and ran a 3-in-1 Cosmos race, where you run 73 Ks in the whole day, 42 in the morning, 21 during the day at lunchtime, and 10 kilometers in the afternoon in Secunda. I never knew that there was a place called Secunda in the country. But then I've
Wow.
been there 3 times, and it's a beautiful place. You have wonderful people. And the PE, I mean, I've only went to PE because of probably driving past, going to Cape Town, but I've actually gone to PE for a race, but I've seen the city, and
Mhm.
that's when it's so lovely to marry the two, the running part, because it actually makes us explore the country. I know that with trail running, also where we run in nature, or in spaces that you wouldn't really go to on a normal day. I mean, I
Mhm.
know I've been to Golden Gate to run around that beautiful area, up the mountains and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So that is running has taken me places, and it's made me see my country so much. And also with running, one of my passions, I've said, is I love people. I enjoy people, and I love giving back also. So ever since I started running Comrades, I've been running for a charity called
Mhm.
Community Chase Charity, which is one of the official charities for Comrades Marathon. So I've been an ambassador for that charity for the last 4 years.
Mhm.
So that's another way of marrying another passion with
Mhm.
another passion.
Which is serving.
So
So travel, serving your community, and running.
yes,
Beautiful. And that's the thing. I think runners have such a brilliant opportunity to see the country through these qualifying races that they actually have
yeah,
to do, you know. And why stick to one place when there's so many places you can choose from?
there's so
So
many.
yes, and I suppose as well it also fits for every budget, you know.
Yes,
So
it does.
much you've saved. So how do you normally save for these races, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, every year there is an amount of money every month out of my budget that I keep aside
Mm-hmm.
for, first of all, you need to write down what is it that you want to do, because you can't do everything. Okay. So you write down that I need to do this race and this race for qualifying for comrades. And then after comrades is over, which is your race that you want to, if you have, you want to go overseas and do, you need to plan for that also. Or which race you want to go and do that has nothing to do with comrades, but it's for you traveling around the country.
Mm-hmm.
So each and every month you have to have a budget, because you have to be realistic also, stick to your means, and save up until you get to being able to do that. So I know that I try once a year to actually travel overseas, but also go and run a race overseas, because I can't go in overseas and for a holiday and then go back again to run. For me, I don't have the budget for that.
Right?
So it works when you do it like that. And also at the same time, I always tell people, do you know how you feel when you are running in your South African colors overseas? You feel like you're in the Olympics. You feel like you are representing your country. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need to be an Olympian. I mean, I can just go to a race, wear my colors, and wave the flag, and feel like, you know what, I'm doing this for everybody at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, and mind you, overseas people love South Africans. We are just adored. And
Yeah.
even feeling that love, feeling that love that people around the country, around the world actually feel for us. It makes you proud. Like, you know what, we have our problems, South Africa, but South Africa has a place in so many people's hearts around the world. So I also, when I feel that, it makes me feel so special and so proud to be South African. No matter whatever we're going through at home, but to wear that, to carry the South African flag, and just raise it up high, it makes me so proud.
Absolutely. Well, when I'm sitting at home and I see you raising that flag, I feel proud. So it just shows, what your happiness is so infectious that even for someone who's looking in from the outside, all the way in South Africa, whilst you all the way on the other side of the world, it makes me
Yeah.
proud. Like, whenever I see your pictures, I just smile. I'm like, ah, there we go. Wonderful, because there's just a beauty of someone enjoying living,
Yes.
and it's so profound. There's nothing better than watching someone like thrive. Nothing, nothing better in the
Yeah.
world.
It's a
So
great
for
feeling.
yeah,
It's a great
definitely.
feeling.
So for young person out there who isn't sure about whether they ever want to travel, not even just young people, for the family that has been putting off uh, traveling together. Um, you've given us clear examples of how it can be done, where you can do fun runs with your children and
Mm.
time to bond together. And is there any message you would like to give to those people who are kind of hesitant about going out there and just going after their heart's desires?
Well, number one, you'll never know until you get yourself out there. You'll never know what's waiting for you out there. Number two, the world is your oyster. Um, don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself, as in going out there and exploring. Exploring teaches you so many things. Exploring opens your mind, but it opens your heart at the same time. And there's so much to enjoy out there in the world. God has made this world so beautiful with its people, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. So, even starting in South Africa, go around the country. We have such a beautiful country to explore, to see, to appreciate. And then overseas, even that's when you appreciate your home, your country, because that's when you compare that, you know what, at home, we've got this, we've got that, and I need to just appreciate that. So I would really encourage people to, um, you know, bite the bullet, just do it. And I promise you, you'll never regret it. You'll never regret it. You'll actually feel like, why have I not done this before? So yeah, I really would encourage people to actually get out of your comfort zone, because you are limiting yourself, you're limiting your life. And there's
Absolutely.
so much life out there to actually to experience, so many people to experience. You
Mm,
know, so much love to receive, and so much love to give.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for all that you've shared with us because really it's been phenomenal. And for those who'd like to hear more of your story, we've got it in a copy of Those Who Travel Meet Themselves. I'm working on getting it on Amazon. I know everybody keeps on saying, Manje.
Please do. Exactly.
Yes, I will. But thank you so much for your time and making the time to chat to us. Um, please stay safe during COVID, and, you know, look after yourself and just
Thank
keep on
you.
being the beacon of light for all of us.
Thank you
So,
so much, Michelle.
yeah. And if
Thank
people
you.
want to follow you, where do they follow you and how can they also donate to your charity? Can you share
Well,
that?
I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Just search Nontuthuko Mashimane. I'm there. And all the information regarding running, regarding keeping fit, regarding nutrition, regarding a good healthy lifestyle. It's on those pages or on those platforms. So we'll just touch base then, but it's on Instagram and on Facebook. I've got a page on Facebook. Just search Nontuthuko Mashimane, and then let's connect.
Yep, absolutely. So, for those of you who enjoyed this, now's a great time to click the subscribe button. And from myself, thank you so much, Nontuthuko. And make sure you find her on the socials. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.